Hey guys, welcome back to Zach Going Fire. Today we're going to do a quick review and update of our budget for 2026. If you are new to this channel, I'm a truck driver and I'll be retiring early in 2026 at the age of 44. Let's go ahead and dive into the numbers. All right, so here's my spreadsheet with our budget. The numbers that you see are the weekly numbers for our costs. The whole purpose of doing this and sharing this with you is so that you can see what it might look like for you to be able to retire early and to see how I'm doing my plans for myself retiring early. We're going to use the 4% rule to get a general guideline for how much we will need with our budget. So for the 4% rule, we're going to take our annual expenses and multiply that by 25 to give us a target in what we need for our liquid net worth, our invested assets. With our current budget, which I'll break down where we get this from, but it's $13.22 a week, and multiplied that by 52 gives you 68,731 per year. Multiply that by 25, we would need just over $1.7 million to retire. We do not currently have that. So what we have is just around $1 million to invest and retire with. We need that to last, so we won't be able to use our current expenses and retire. So what do we have with our current expenses? We've got our fixed cost, which is my cellular plan, Mindy's cellular plan. We use Visible Wireless, which is about $400 a year, which is about $760 per week for each of us. We have Netflix, Apple One services, water, electric, AAA membership, Amazon Prime, Sam's membership, Lemonade Insurance, and AAA insurance. Our weekly fixed costs are around $133. So I'm going to take this number and stick it up here for the beginning of our full budget. The numbers that you see in orange here, these are numbers that we will be able to take out once we retire. For example, we're no longer going to need car maintenance. We're no longer going to need the electric bill, water bill, things like that. Because what we're planning on doing is living or slow traveling around the world. So we have our fixed cost right now is $133. We spend for gas and food $260. Our apartment cost right now is $579 a week. We will no longer have an apartment in retirement, and we hope to bring that down to about $350 per week, which is just over $1,500 per month. We will no longer be contributing to our retirement accounts. We have $50 a week that goes into sinking funds for each of us for our personal money that we can use however we like. We can use that for donations and gift giving or to buy things for ourselves. For vacations every year, basically when we're in early retirement, we'll be living vacation all the time. But we hope to keep our spending in check and spend about $200 a week or $10,400 per year for our big travel expenses. We don't currently have these costs, but we will have these costs when we start traveling around the world. So these numbers here in the yellow are not currently part of this 1322. We add those in later. I'll go over that in just a minute. We have the health insurance with Safety Wing. I'm projecting about $43 a week. That's going to vary depending on how much coverage you want and your age. The Express VPN, we will need a VPN as we travel around the world. We're going to buy the 2-year plan, which will be about 83 cents a week. The international cell phone plan, I was looking at using Phonus. Let me know if you have any experience using that or other cell phone plans. We can get an unlimited data plan for about $50 a month, which is going to come to just under $12 a week. We'll be needing a mail service. We look at using St. Brendan's Isle mail service, which will cost us about $535 per week here in Florida. Then getting around in retirement, because we won't have a car, we'll need to sometimes get Ubers and we'll take trains, planes, and other forms of transportation like buses. We're hoping to keep that at around $100 a week to get around. Currently, the 1322, we don't have that, so we wouldn't be able to retire with that. Then when we take out the orange numbers and we also reduce the apartment rent from 579 to 350, and then we add in these other numbers in yellow here, we only have 1,095 a week, or just under 57,000 a year. And we still don't have this number, the $1.4 million. We don't have that. So we wouldn't be able to retire with that. This is why we're doing Barista FIRE. We're working as a travel agent, or Mindy is, I should say. I'll be her full-time assistant when I retire in 2026. Our goal is to make $26,000 a year, which is about $500 a week in income. So if we take that weekly number of 1,095, subtract the income that we have, that leaves us, which is needing $595 to pull out of our investments, just under $31,000 a year, which is $773,171. And as I mentioned earlier, we have about $1 million right now invested. So we do have a little bit of a cushion in case the market takes a drastic downfall. But these are our current projected budget for the year. It is a big mess right now because we are in the transition for the year. Hopefully, as we move through the change over the coming year, I'll be able to clean this budget sheet up and we'll just look at one budget instead of two. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and let's continue to drive towards financial freedom.